Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, have that hope, family. Have that hope, community. Another string, another installment, as we say, my everyday installment of Have That Hope podcast. Today, guys, is a great day. I'm going to be talking about something I am very keen on. As always, I talk about things that we can apply to our lives, things that we can do on a day to day basis. I not just talk about hope, I talk about living it, I talk about pursuing it. And the best way of pursuing it is by doing, is by applying on a day to day basis. So, today, I want to talk about confidence, practicing confidence. Of course, practicing confidence, not saying having confidence, because we can't just simply say, okay, just be confident, and just try to pump our chest out and just try to walk around, pump and tump. I mean, of course, we can generate motivation of confidence from doing things like that, but for one, it looks weird to other people. You definitely look weird. And for two, it only lasts short spurt of time. It's almost like it's fake confidence because it only lasts for a short period. So today we're talking about practicing confidence in ways we can practice confidence in our everyday life, in our everyday situations, to be more confident, to put that confidence mentality into our subconscious, which is one main thing that we must do, right? It's not about thinking about it. It's about the things that we don't think about that our body just reacts to, meaning our unconscious, right? Our subconscious. And this is what we must try to achieve and lock in is good habits locked into our subconscious, which of course brings us to practicing good confidence or even, self-esteem. You can say that. So, of course, confidence is a practice. Confidence is not a state of being. State of being is like being happy, being sad, being angry. Those things just happen. Boom, boom, boom. Natural. I wouldn't say that confidence is a natural state of being. I would think that confidence is more of a practice. I would definitely go with that route. So definitely let's see how we can do that and explore those elements. Okay. First one I want to share with you is stand straight up as much as possible. A lot of people, a lot of guys tend to hunch their shoulders. This is something we tend to learn in childhood, how to walk, but myself included, who wasn't raised around a father. I was more so raised by my mom. Uh, as kids, we aren't necessarily taught how to walk. Something as simple as how to walk as men, because it just seems so natural. It seems like why should one be taught? But definitely, a lot of men tend to not walk in a straight with their back straight up, especially the young black men, we tend to, have that cool bop in us, you know what I'm saying? But you want to try to stand erect, for a lack of better words. You want to try to stand erect as possible at all times. I mean, not trying to make it look weird and everything, like you're just trying too hard, but you definitely want to try to remind yourself and to try to practice on a day-to-day basis, just standing as straight as possible. I know it sounds, it's simple. How could this affect my mentality? But you'd be amazed of how it affects your mentality on a day-to-day. It affects people around you and their mentality and their perception towards you. Another one, walking with purpose at all times. So simple, right? Sounds so simple, so just clueless. How can I not? When you think about walking with purpose, my example I would use is like a James Bond movie. A lot of my persona, or I would think is an ideal man, is that the James Craig, James Bond movies, just his persona, how he reacts to violence, how he reacts to stress, how he reacts to temptation. It just exemplifies confidence without trying to be confident, right? He doesn't try. He just expresses, he exhibits it, you know? And that's what pretty much I'm speaking of, is practicing that type of confidence. And one of those things is walking with purpose. And pretty much walking with purpose is kind of like walking like you got business, like you got somewhere to go. It's not necessarily about keeping your head straight and just walking in a straight line and walking like power walking. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm more, you'll definitely be observant of your environment, of the people around you. I definitely preach that. I am not one of those people who like to bury my face in the phone or walk past people and try to just act like I'm not seeing them. No, I try to make some type of impression, some type of contact that I'm aware of that others is here. To be quite honest, I'm glad that people are around me, you know. I mean, given COVID, when we didn't see anyone, it's like a ghost town. But I digress. Please, let me continue. We want to talk with all we want. Walking with purpose. Very important, guys. It's almost like every step. It's almost like walking like every step means something. You want to feel that within you, that every step kind of means something. Not like runway modeling, but in a way, walking, not like, kind of like, but walking like you're trying to get something done. Always trying to get business done. It takes practice. That's why I say it's a day-to-day thing, of course. Brings me to my next one. Carrying a positive image with you at all times. What I mean by carrying a positive image, I mean a positive image about yourself. If you practice carrying a positive image of yourself, how you see yourself, positivity on and how do we have a positive image of ourselves? We practice gratitude. We practice gratitude of what we have. That's how we collect that positivity of ourselves. A lot of time, and I tell people this a lot, our mind tends to draw toward the negative on a day-to-day. Soon as we wake up, man, it's like our mind is on the negative. What we don't got going right, what's stressing us, what's going on, what's going wrong in our lives, what's going on that's affecting us, making us do a lot of things. We have to kind of protect our mind into a positive phase. And the best way to block out negativity is positivity, is gratitude. If you practice gratitude, what you have, and not focusing on what you don't have, meaning how the bills ain't going, how the bills ain't paid, and how the kids ain't acting right, and whatever it may be, how your health ain't that well. I mean, we have to focus on what we got, because I guarantee you everybody got something positive, something good going on. We just have to put a light on it. And once we're able to put a light on those things consistently, we're able to see ourselves in a more positive light. Guess what? It affects other people. It affects other people. It affects their positivity. It affects their image of how they see us, because the vibe that we put out is more positive. And so people feel that positivity. And a lot of times that positivity is like looking at the sun to some people, man. It blinds you. Positivity can be that infecting. So once we express it within ourselves, once we believe it, and that's the key, we have to believe it. And holding on to something positive can be just as easy as being gratitude for your kids, having gratitude that you woke up, having gratitude that you breathe in, or you're healthy. This can be enough gratitude to power you through those negative moments. We just have to always reach and practice that every day. Definitely. Next one. Attacking your fears. We want to attack our fears daily, man. I mean, I'm attacking my fears right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this, recording my voice, recording how I feel, being vulnerable, putting myself out there, man. This is what I'm feared. This is what I'm afraid of. But I've realized that on the other side of fear is calm, is peace, is victory. I've learned that a lot. So, man, when you attack your fears, man, when you go toward what you're afraid of, that definitely builds confidence. Anybody will tell you that. Public speaking, oh, that ain't the most scary thing in the world. But once you're done with that speech, man, how good you feel. Oh, that type of validation, that type of endorphins you get, nothing can beat that, man. But attacking your fears, and pretty much, how do we attack our fears? Pretty much we set goals. The things, are we lazy? Do we want to lose some weight? Do we want to learn a new career? Do we want to be better in our relationships? We set little goals for ourselves, man, and we celebrate the W's every day. Every day we celebrate the W's. I start off once, with this whole podcast thing. I was, fearful of it. How would people think? People shoot me down, and so many people doing podcasts. Why would someone listen to me? But we have to understand that in order to get good, in order to get started, we got to start, man. In order to get started, we got to start. We got to start somewhere. Everybody started somewhere. Just like with exercising, working out. We all started like some fat Muslims. We came to the gym cut up. Even those buff dudes, they started somewhere. They just started earlier. That's all. So, hey, let this journey begin. Let that fear. And identify your fears, man. You got to be real with yourself once again. If you know who you are, then you know what your fears are, and you're real about it. And then you can put yourself on a path of attacking that. I'm fearful of social situations in a way, I'm kind of like an extroverted introvert. I like being to myself, but I like being in crowds too, but not for a real long time. But I like being in crowds, and that challenges me, because I get anxiety when I'm around big crowds, when I'm feeling like people are looking at me and judging me. I just feel their eyes on me. I feel the energy. So, that can be, exhausting sometimes. So, but I try to put myself in those situations regularly. I do. Because that's something I want to overcome. I want to be more sociable. And so if I want to be more sociable, I got to put myself in the game. Simple as that. Simple as that. Going for what you know. I don't care what the situation is. You got to be out there. So attacking your fears, man. Attacking them daily. Next one. Look at your obstacles as stepping stones, man. Live for opposition, man, for real. I know our natural instinct is to avoid opposition, is to avoid stress, but see, the thing is that it's bad stress and it's good stress. That's what we have to realize. Bad stress and good stress. And the thing that makes the difference is the thing that we allow ourselves to be in. Like, bad stress is like, okay, say someone throws you in the hot sauna. They just throw you in there and have you in there for like 10 minutes. Somebody who don't want to be in a hot area is definitely going to be stressed, and that's going to be definitely bad stress, right? But if a person walks in a sauna, you like, hey man, I want to sweat, I'm trying to lose weight, let me get in this sauna. A person with that mindset of why they're getting in it, they're getting into it for a positive moment, for a positive feedback in their body and their mindset. They go in there for 10 minutes, man, they're feeling good. They're feeling good about that heat. They're feeling good about that sweat that they're going through, right? Because it's the mindset they put themselves in. They saw that opposition of the hot, sweaty sauna as something good. As, hey, I'm going to get something good out of this. That's my goal, is to sweat. Because I see that from the sweat, I sweat out toxins. I sweat out that bad water weight, so I can feel better about myself, right? It's about how we see opposition. Guys, we have to see opposition as stepping stones, just like with anything.